Writing is one of the subjects homeschool parents worry about the most because we have all these questions. Are we teaching them enough creativity, enough grammar, enough structure? And when parents compare IEW, Institute for Excellence in Writing, to Brave Writer, uh, you're actually comparing two completely different philosophies of teaching creative writing. You're not just looking at two price points, you're not just looking at two different curricula produced by two different individuals or companies, you're looking at two different philosophies. By the end of this video, you'll know which type of homeschool family each program serves best. So let's dive in. IEW was created by Andrew Pudewa, and the Institute for Excellence in Writing produces a lot of materials, grammar, writing, and so on. It's highly structured. It is teacher directed, meaning you're supposed to be there as a guide for the kids as they learn the mechanics of writing. It is taught step by step. You have to remember Andrew Pudewa used to be a Suzuki violin teacher. And if you know anything about the Suzuki method in learning an instrument, it's very incremental, it's very step by step, and you just sort of build on what you've previously learned. It uses models that the students can imitate, and for that, it's very helpful, right? Because kids need to see something before they can imitate something, and then they can go on their own and sort of apply their own creativity onto a structure, a scaffolding that they have received. Think of IEW almost as learning music through scales before composing your own songs. Brave Writer is a completely different curriculum. It was put together by a homeschool mom named Julie Bogart, and she focuses on developing the writer, enjoying language, enjoying literature, conversation, copy work, free writing. It starts from the opposite direction, if you will, compared to IEW. Instead of teaching rules first, it immerses the child in beautiful language, in correct grammar, so that the child can eventually find his or her own voice. So IEW, here's the heart of comparison. IEW asks the question, how do we teach someone to write well? And here's their answer. You teach specific writing techniques. On the other hand, Brave Writer says, how do children become writers? And the answer is by loving words and expressing ideas. So neither philosophy is wrong. They simply start from opposite assumptions. A typical lesson in IEW writing is that your children will watch a video. There's a teacher, Andrew Pudewa, on the screen, and he will give the lecture. Your children will take notes. They will also follow in their material. Andrew will teach them stylistic techniques and point out certain ideas, either correct things or wrong things. They will take notes, your children. They will maybe rewrite a passage, and they will have checklists to make sure that they cover everything in their own assignment. And there will be some editing. You will have to do some of the editing as well at the end. It's very systematic. It's very helpful. It's open and go, and you're there just sort of hovering and helping and editing at the end and gently suggesting maybe a better way of expressing in the writing assignment. Parents know exactly what comes next in IEW. When it comes to Brave Writer, the lessons might include poetry tea time. It's very sweet and it's very Um, you discuss literature, you journal, you do copy work, you do some free writing, there's some dictation, there's a lot of flexibility, and it often feels less like school. Um, Whereas the IEW is a very structured, even on the screen, you'll see the teacher in the front and the kids are all at their desks. Um, IEW works especially well for students who like clear expectations and analytical learners. Um, if you have a reluctant writer that needs a lot of structure, IEW will work for them. It will reassure them, it will hold their hand, so to speak, at every step of the way. If you're a family that's preparing for college, this will work well because it teaches the children how to take notes, how to develop their own note taking technique, how to listen to a lecturer and record exactly some things they might know already. So they're going to learn, okay, I didn't know this. I'm going to write this down because it's new information. And every child has to develop their own style of taking in information from a lecture. If a parent wants a complete system, then IEW is the right curriculum for that kind of approach. Now, Brave Writer often fits creative children and avid readers, children who resist worksheets. And if you are a Charlotte Mason family, then this is definitely the curriculum for you. If you're more of a relaxed homeschooler, if you enjoy storytelling, and if your children enjoy receiving your storytelling, I do want to mention that one of your children might flourish while the other sibling may prefer the other one. So that's where you have to make a decision. Are you teaching writing together to several children of different ages and different stages and different personalities? So that's where you have to decide, are we doing IEW 1 year to sort of cater to one child, and then the next year we're going to do Brave Writer to sort of help the other more creative child. And in that way you stretch both in different directions, because if your children go to college one day, they won't have it all given to them and tailored to their way of learning. Now, as far as your parental involvement, IEW mainly facilitates you as a parent are a facilitator. You keep your students on schedule. You help with editing. You follow the program. It's very straightforward. Everything's sort of given to you. Now, Brave Writer requires parents to discuss the book and create an atmosphere and encourage ideas and adapt the lessons. You will have more of a role in the Brave Writer approach because you have to think creatively, and if that's you, then you're going to thrive with this curriculum. IEW is asking more from the student academically, and you can say Brave Writers is asking more from you as the parent to sort of create that atmosphere. The strengths. Let's discuss strengths and possible drawbacks for each of these curricula. IEW is organized, it is measurable, it has already done excellent preparation. You don't have to do anything, you just open and go. There's confidence that comes through structure. I don't know about you, but I like structure, and it gives me confidence. It gives me the perception of control, at least. And there's consistent progress that you can see. Now, the possible drawbacks are that it can feel formulaic. After we did this for about 6 months, my children were like yawning, like we knew what to expect. It became a little bit of a boring routine. So not every child enjoys the structure, and even a child who enjoys the structure, even a teacher who enjoys the structure, can get a little bit bored after a while. And this repetition may not appeal to everyone. Now, Brave Writer has some strengths in terms of encouraging confidence, developing your own authentic voice, your child's authentic voice. It's enjoyable, it's less stressful, and it fosters a love of language. That's ultimately what we want to instill in our children: a love for languages, a love for learning in general. So, the possible drawbacks for Brave Writer are that it is less structured. Parents may wonder if enough teaching is actually happening because it's a little bit too fun. It's harder to measure progress, and that's a big parenthesis. How do you measure progress with Brave Writer? It's kind of hard. You have to keep it balanced, right? You have to decide, what do I want for my children? How do I want to test them a lot, or am I confident that if I just pour skills into them, I don't need to test them. I don't need to show a grade to anybody every 9 weeks or so. My final recommendation is that if you want explicit instruction, organization, clear progression, and academic writing skills, you should lean more towards IEW. Maybe get that for 1 year and see how everybody feels about it. And you will make a lot of progress. Your children, even if they struggle, even if it gets boring, they will learn a lot, and you cannot really harm them. But the Brave Writer curriculum, if you value creativity, relationships, love of language, flexibility, that's more the curriculum for you. Neither program is universally better. The best curriculum is the one that you enjoy teaching, that your children engage with well. And as a homeschool parent, you know which one feels more like your family from what I just said in this video. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever used IEW? Have you ever used Brave Writer? What has worked well for your family? I have used IEW and we really enjoyed it. There were some challenges in terms of boredom, like I said. But share your experience with me in the comments, please. It may help another homeschool parent, and definitely subscribe and tell others about it.